Hello again and welcome back. So far, we looked at the parts of you that are still here, even in the midst of the struggle. We explored your resources, your strengths, and imagined what might come alive in you if food and body struggles took up less space. We also looked at the past a little bit. Today, we're going to continue exploring the story behind all of that, the story of your life. When we are stuck in a difficult relationship with food or our body, it often feels like that struggle is the story, like it defines who we are. The focus narrows onto numbers, control, shame, rituals, and fear. Sometimes we forget how we got there, or we never really had the space to look. But eating struggles don't come out of nowhere. They are never just about food or weight or willpower, as we already saw. They are complex coping mechanisms, survival strategies, or attempts to manage overwhelming feelings or needs. And they didn't just begin one day out of the blue. They often have deep roots shaped by our life experiences, our family, our culture, our relationships, and our early environment. That's why it's so important to pause and take a look back. Not in a way that forces us to relive pain or blame anyone, but in a way that helps us understand, to make sense of the bigger picture. Because when we begin to understand how our story shaped our struggles, we can begin to soften, to untangle, and eventually to choose something new. This next exercise is not about analyzing every little thing that happened in your life. It's more about feeling your life as a whole, from a different perspective. One that's more emotional, more intuitive. One that honors your inner world and the way things felt for you, not just what they looked like on the outside. The exercise is called The Landscape of My Life. When the video ends, you will be drawing a continuous line that begins on the left side of the paper, your earliest memories of childhood, and moves across to the right side, where you are now. The line will shift up and down like a landscape or a wave, depending on how you felt during each period of your life. Some parts may feel high, joyful, safe, light, expansive. Some parts may feel low, painful, dark, lonely, confusing, and some may feel somewhere in between. Your line might have loops, spirals, cliffs, spikes, drops, or long, flat stretches. You can even use color, pressure, or thickness to express intensity. Let it be symbolic. Let it speak in shapes and feeling, not logic. After you've drawn the emotional landscape of your life, you'll go back and mark important milestones, anything that shaped you. These can be external events, like a move, a friendship, starting school, the birth of a sibling, a breakup, a loss, an illness, a success, or internal shifts, like when you started feeling different in your body, when you began thinking about food differently, when a part of you started hiding. Anything that stands out as meaningful. You'll mark these moments with a small picture or symbol, just something simple that reminds you of that time. It doesn't need to be beautiful or artistic. This is just for you. You may want to sit with it for a while after you're done, and just see what you notice when you look at it. What does it feel like to see your life mapped out in this way? You may find that doing this brings up emotions, pride, sadness, confusion, anger, tenderness. All of it is welcome. You're not doing anything wrong if it feels emotional. You're simply letting your nervous system and your inner world show you something. And that in itself is healing. Sometimes we really need to see our story laid out before us to really feel compassion for ourselves. To see how much we've been through, to see how we adapted, to remember that the struggle we carry didn't start with us. It started somewhere in our story. And if it had a beginning, then it also means it doesn't have to be the end. When the video ends, feel free to open the written instructions and make your first drawing in our journey together. Before you close this video, I'd like to invite you to connect with another person who watched this table talk. You may feel hesitant, so remember, you're not expected to share more than feels right for you. You'll be given clear, simple instructions to help the conversation feel safe and contained. If there's even a small sense of curiosity, I encourage you to follow it. Just click connect and follow the steps. What you share can support someone else too.